It's lovely to see so many of you here today. My name's Alexis. I'm an employability officer in Careers and Employability. I work with mainly the Faculty of Science and Engineering, and I'm thrilled with my job. I absolutely love it. But I'm looking for new ideas, new ways that we can engage students, and particularly to build confidence in students and what they're doing. So, just a bit of background. I'm mainly going to talk about computer science today. I'm involved in a module, Comp 107, which is designing systems for the digital society. We have 6 sessions in this module. Fantastic first year module, massive. There's 191 students in there. So trying to create new, exciting activities for them to all get engaged in can be a challenge because we're in a lecture theatre environment, okay? So, at the beginning of the academic year, I was asked to come up with new activities that we could bring to the module, and this poster sits as one of those activities. Now, there are 3 assessed activities that students get involved in, all based around careers and employability, which include creating a LinkedIn profile, going into the Careers Studio, doing a Sonru interview, and also this poster activity, which embeds video into the poster itself. The poster carries 10% of the overall module mark, but the difference this year, not only am I bringing this new activity, but also we're going to carry 50 of the 190 posters over into an activity that's happening called Ignite Your Future, which runs in February this year. And that will hopefully bring all the first year students to the event. Okay, whereas at the moment, first year students can be a bit withdrawn, not maybe get involved in careers activities from year 1. Hopefully we'll get these students actually turning up. Okay. I also managed to bring employers into the curriculum from year 1 in this module. So they've had a real flavour of thinking about careers from a very early time from year 1 in their first semester. Okay, so just very quickly, just want to take you through the way I was thinking about the activity. Okay, so computer science students, okay, they're absolutely fantastic, but they tend to do they don't tend to get involved from early on. So they know what they're doing, a lot of them. They know where they want to be. They're very into their development. So it's trying to get them to think creatively, outside the box a bit, doing new things. So I was involved, this is how this idea came about. I was involved in Chemistry 385, which is an employability module, which all chemists go through. We do lectures for skills sessions, but we also, as part of one of these activities, there was an activity where students got involved and did a Flipgrid exercise. So they were doing group work, coming together and videoing on a general question about how can chemistry change the world. And that sat as part of the assessment. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, is there a way that I can use video in another sense, across another subject? Now the problem with Flipgrid was you needed to have a Flipgrid app to be able to read the video. And I thought if you're going to put it out to a general audience, so at a conference or another type of activity, you don't want to have to get everyone uploading Flipgrid. It's a pain. So decided to use Google and get them to create a QR code via Google. Okay, this took more instructions than you would normally, okay? But it's possible. So, what was the purpose of it? So, I wanted computer science students to think away from their programs and think creatively. Oh, there's a poster behind there. Okay, I wanted them to make a poster. I wanted them to take the time out to come up with some form of video, create the QR code, and then embed that onto the poster itself. Why? Why did I want them to do it? Well, I wanted them to develop a wide range of skills. Can you see what I'm doing there? Okay. They're great on the techie stuff, absolutely fantastic. But I wanted them to be able to think about how they would demonstrate that knowledge to the wider audience, a general audience, maybe someone who wouldn't know about what they were really into in their field. I wanted them to put a bit of magic into an assessment, but the big thing was I wanted them to build confidence. Confidence in what they knew, confidence in their abilities, and confidence in just doing something a bit different, something that scared them, because they were a little bit scared. The lessons learned. I had a lot of students with faces like that. You want me to do what? No way, okay? But yeah, I did, okay? So, there were a lot of objections. Do I have to do this? Why do I have to do this? So we needed to give a bit of reassurance, okay? And I needed to listen to their concerns. So once we'd overcome all that, so we gave them very clear instructions. They didn't all follow them, unfortunately. We wanted them to create an A3 poster using PowerPoint. Something around cyber ethics or cyber security. Something about securing data. So there's so much out there, you know. They didn't even have to use the stuff from the lectures if they didn't want to, but hopefully they were going to draw on the knowledge that they'd learned and the teaching that we'd given them. So we also had visitors from industry that came in that they could call on as well. And while the people were there, they could actually ask them specific questions. So we had a cyber guy. They could ask him questions if they wanted to about the poster. Okay. So the big thing was students had free choice. They had a choice of the type of topic that they wanted to pick. They had a choice on what interested them. Okay. They had a choice on how they demonstrated their learning. And they could actually have a choice on how much effort they put into this. So some students would put loads of effort in, some students wouldn't. So, the video itself, so we got them to embed a video into their poster, introducing their idea from the poster. So the choice came in here. So this is how we got over the objections. So some of them went, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have my face on. I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to do face-to-face. So we gave them a choice. They could do face-to-face camera. They could do a video with a commentary. They could do just an audio description, or they could make a cartoon. So this is where you could see the variety and effort, because some people actually went out the way to make a cartoon. Other people just, yeah, we'll go through the problems with it anyway. So then they created the QR code, and then they uploaded their poster onto Vital. So I won't go through this now, but basically we said no longer than 2 minutes for the video, and to put the QR code in the bottom right-hand side. Okay, some of them did it, a lot of them didn't. We had PDRs, we had things like QR codes that didn't work, we've had all sorts of things. But overall, out of 191, we've got some really, really decent posters, okay? So how we actually started the process was we started it in the lecture time, so as that we didn't let students go off and think, oh my God, I've got no idea, what am I going to do it on, how am I going to start this? So we went back old-fashioned way, A3 pieces of paper, let's do some planning. While we're here, you're here, if you've got any problems, we can go through it now. They could come down, they could ask questions, we walked amongst the students. Again, building confidence for them to move forward with the task. Okay, so what did they gain from the experience? So they could pick their interest, something from the module that they were really into, and then they were able to verbalise their knowledge through the video. It gave them a chance to try something new in a maybe less important year. You know, okay, so if you were looking at second years, you might want to think, okay, this needs to be something more specific. Whereas with first years, you can go a little bit wilder. You know, you can have a go. You can get them to be creative. It's, you know, it's not as important for me. It wouldn't be seen as that important. I did posters when I was an undergraduate, and it was a great way of getting knowledge in. So, you know, I'm hoping this will have had the same effect. So it gives them a chance to try new tech. So some people went a bit off-grid and tried all sorts of things when it came to their videos, which I loved. Uploading them all and looking at them all is going to be a challenge, but I'm up for that. Resilience. Okay, so when it comes to employers these days, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not delivering science lectures, but at the end of the day, I have to make sure that students have some sort of knowledge of employability skills, okay? So all of these, the skills that they develop through making these posters, their creativity, how they present themselves if they do a face-to-face, or even just how they present their ideas, these are all skills that they can move forward after university with, and they'll have something to say. So when an employer goes, have you ever done anything that scares you? They might go, oh, we had to do this terrible poster in first year. I was really, really scared, but I did it. So therefore, I'm demonstrating my resilience, which is the key word. Okay, and for us in careers, we're trying to make everything tech-enabled if we can. Get people using tech just outside the norm and maybe doing something a bit different. Okay, lessons learned. So loads of posters. Okay, submissions are not consistent. Some QR codes don't work, and some people made more effort than others. So if I was to do this activity again, I would have to have stronger boundaries and more consistency throughout. But there's loads of different things that you can use it for. And I was thinking, you know, sometimes for poster days, you have loads and loads of posters with people sort of standing around and things. Wouldn't it be nice for postgraduate poster days to have QR codes on as well, so as people can discuss some of their research just on the poster, you know, or even you could have virtual poster days, get it out to industry. There's a lot that can be done with it. This is only the first step. I've had no student feedback yet. They probably all hate it. But we've had a go, haven't we? We've had a go. All right. I think I couldn't actually find much to resource, but yeah. Any questions? Thank you. Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.